Hey guys, I was feeling a little self-conscious about getting on live today because of obviously I don't have any makeup on. You know, I just grabbed one of my wigs, this one, which is I actually like this wig because it's a natural. It's like it has like more African hair wig. But I was self-conscious about getting on live because I know that, you know, you get on live as a woman, you get on live with no makeup on, and the men on your timeline will tell you that you're ugly, you know. And then if you start to take it too seriously and you start to feel good about yourself, the men on your timeline will insult you and try to degrade you and make you I didn't mean not talk bad about men on Father's Day. So do what you want to do. If you think I'm ugly, then you can scroll off, because at the end of the day, I know what will happen if I start telling certain men who talk to me about the bags under my eyes or whatever the case may be, what is wrong with them. But that's another story altogether. So this book is what I'm reading right now. I'm reading an Igbo book. That's why I came on. I didn't come on today to talk about beauty because I don't really think too much about it. This is an Igbo book. It's very short. It's called Nkita, atakaa, akpa, dibia. And I was very, very surprised and happy at how much of this book I actually understood. I didn't finish reading it. I've only read chapter 1, Isiokwu Nkembo. I've only read Isiokwu Nkembo. And I actually understood a lot of it, but I read it 2 times to understand it better. But I will still read the first chapter a 3rd time as well. And one thing that I learned from this chapter, basically what happened in this first chapter was that it seemed like there was a celebration going on for the celebration of Ihe Joku. And the town was celebrating Ihe Joku Kwafo. And so when the town was celebrating, there was a boy that in that town, and usually people are showing off and, you know, dressing up and all these things like that, which is what I'm understanding. I will still read it a 3rd time so I can understand it very, very well. But the part that I reached was there was a boy named Okolo. Okolo is somebody who they wanted to train Okolo to be sorry, this wig is annoying. They wanted to train Okolo to be to sell firewood or something like that. I can't really understand that. I'm gonna try to read it a 3rd time, the first chapter. But in this book, they tried to train. They saw somebody who has done well in sales. And that person, sorry, I'm like trying to flip the pages of the book so I can remember the part that I read. It's in full Igbo, see? Igbo words, all Igbo words. But then Okolo was one of like 6 children or one of 5 children, and he wasn't all that good in school. So his parents wanted him to go and study kind of like Igbo apprenticeship with one guy. The guy's name is Ofochebe. I think it's Ofochebe. That's the name of the guy that he wanted him to study under. No, it's not Ofochebe. Ofochebe is, I think, his father's name. Hold on, let me see what the guy's name is. Sorry. I'm such a mess. Sorry. It's just, I just woke up and started reading this thing and I wanted to talk about it. Ihuaku. Who's Ihuaku? Is Ihuaku his mom? I think Ihuaku was his mom. And Ofochebe was the father. And the man's name was... give me 1 second. Let me find out the name of... Sorry, I hate doing lives on my phone. I prefer to do them on my laptop, because this one that I'm holding with one hand and flipping pages with the other is not good. Ofochebe Togarita le okolo. Okay, so I think Ofochebe is the man that is training Okolo. But anyway, the thing that I liked about one thing that I learned in the book that I was so happy when I saw it was these proverbs. So Ofochebe, this is the part I was reading. Ofochebe Togarita le okolo anya zi guaya se. Wam mada naga cho a owanike. Akara aka mado bo ihe na-edo ya. Mado buru chi ya ụzọ, ọgbagbo onwe ya n'ọsọ. So when I read that, I was like, ah! I know what all of those things mean. So I was so happy to know that I've gotten better in Igbo, and to the point where it's like these proverbs were not hadaga babu jumanya. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't confuse me. I knew what I read. Basically, when he says "wamada nagachu owanike," it's like, you know, you don't rush through life. You don't try to. You don't force things in life. You know, it's a akaraka mado bo ihene duya. So like it's your talent that leads a person. It's what you're skilled as. Your akaraka. Well, akaraka is deeper than just talent and skill, but like, you know, that's what leads you anyway. Mado boruchia uzo babu wayan also. That's another proverb that's the meaning is so deep that I start to explain that I start talking nonsense. But like Mado boruchia uzo babu wayan also just means that if you run faster than your chi, then you're setting yourself up for disaster. So anyway, that's all. I just wanted to mention this book that I'm reading in Igbo. I'm gonna try to read a Igbo book every day, and I have plenty of Igbo books thanks to the help of people in Nigeria who sent me Igbo books to read. So from Nigeria, so I have other books in Igbo books like this one, Echi Dinime. I have this one, Umpuru Onyekuru. I'll do one with makeup on that, and then I'll make like an official video talking about these Igbo books. But right now I'm just excited that I read something that I understood. Mgbe Diogo is another book that I have. I have this one from Chinedum Ofomata, which is Onye Chi Ya Akwatoge. Onye Chi Ya Akwatoge. And then I have this one. I have Ofuna, which is from Chinedum again, Ofomata. And then I have another one. I have many more, but these are just the ones that are in front of me right now, because I was trying to decide which one to read. And this one is Okwa Oge Ya Oda. This one is by T. Ubesie. So anyway, that's all. Bye.